right, good morning, everyone. There we go. We've got the rowdy crowd over here. On behalf of all of us at Tunxis Community College, I'm pleased to welcome you to what I hope will become an annual event of best practice sharing. I am Dr. James Lombella, president of Isnuntuck and Tunxis Community Colleges. I am closing in on my 1-year anniversary here with Tunxis, and I have been with Isnuntuck for almost 9 years. Here we go. Thank you. Hey, there you go. Having spent nearly 2 decades in the private sector in manufacturing, I bring a unique perspective and understanding of the needed workforce in advanced manufacturing technologies across our state. At Isnuntuck, we have spent 18 years developing and delivering advanced manufacturing technology programs that now encompasses over 50,000 square feet dedicated to careers in CNC machining, welding and fabrication, electromechanical, additive manufacturing, machine maintenance, and quality inspection programs. So you can imagine how excited I was to discover the hidden gem here in the Farmington Valley, and it's called Tunxis Community College. Tunxis is home of our College of Technology consortium that has worked to create pathways from our 2-year institutions to our 4-year universities in advanced manufacturing technology and engineering. Tunxis is also home to the Regional Center for Next Generation Manufacturing that is only one of 7 in our nation and has been funded over $10 million from the National Science Foundation through the years. Tunxis is also a wonderful engineering program with pathways through Central Connecticut State University, and in a few minutes you'll be hearing from some Tunxis students in our engineering program. As I became entrenched in the Farmington and Bristol communities, my team and I have been actively engaged in touring several local manufacturing companies, attending and participating in the Bristol Technical Advisory Committee. We have toured local high schools and began laying the framework to bring a comprehensive manufacturing advanced technology program to this region. Tunxis has become a member of NESMA, and we just hosted a manufacturing panel discussion with ACM and area manufacturers through our Tunxis Business Department. With our National Regional Manufacturing Center and our College of Technology already positioned here at Tunxis, I discovered the perfect umbrella to be able to build the infrastructure that can have a major impact on the workforce needs of our region and our state. A recent Connecticut Business and Industry Association CBIA survey on Connecticut manufacturing workforce needs shows that there is a dire need for qualified workers to fill more than 13,000 jobs in manufacturing industry in 2018 alone. These positions require not only a skilled workforce, but a workforce with competent soft skills combined with technical skills. Our Regional Center for Next Generation Manufacturing, along with CBIA, conducted a survey of our state's manufacturers about their hiring expectations and workforce challenges for the next 3 years. And I'm sure this is not a surprise to everybody in this room and the challenges that we face. What we discovered was that they identified of the 13,000 jobs, just to give you an example, 3,324 entry-level jobs, 2,245 engineering jobs, over 1,700 electrical engineers available, over 1,600 welders, 1,200 mechanical engineers, 1,000 machinists, 800 quality control technicians, over 500 jobs available in warehousing, over 300 jobs tool and die makers, over 150 jobs available in CNC programs. You can see just from these numbers alone what we face. And on top of this, 12% of the entire manufacturing workforce is expected to retire through 2020. Tunxis Community College recognizes the need and wants employers to know that we are prepared to deliver education to meet these workforce needs. We want to work closely with our aerospace manufacturers, our supply chain manufacturers, our spring and metal stamping manufacturers, and our engineering and technology employers to meet these workforce needs. The top skills reported in a survey done by CBIA and our Regional Center for Next Generation Manufacturing, 71% of all the employers surveyed said technical skills, CNC, blueprint reading, job-specific skills were of the most important skills they ranked. 74% of manufacturing employers in the state said employability, punctuality, and work ethic was among the top skills needed. And 44% said interpersonal and teamwork skills were what were needed. So as you take a look at this, it really gives us something to think about. I want to share a video that was done by our marketing team here at Tunxis that shows what we have built across our state, what we have at Nuntuck, and what we're bringing here to Tunxis Community College. So with that, I ask everyone to turn to the monitors and check out this very short video.
Hi, at the Connecticut Community College System, we focus on advanced manufacturing technology. We're putting students into careers, not into just jobs. We're placing them in electromechanical careers, machining careers, welding and fabrication careers, and we're bringing this across the state. We are at 7 different manufacturing centers across the state of Connecticut, and the first one being is Connecticut Community College. We're seeing a 95% job placement rate in these programs. We're putting students out into careers where they're going to become self-sustaining, tax-paying citizens and contribute back to the state of Connecticut. What you're about to see is some footage of students in action across our community colleges in our manufacturing programs. Look to the community college system for your workforce development needs.
I came to ACC because I had a friend who came through this program about a year ago for machining. He really liked it and recommended it to me. After I graduate, I plan on going into the aerospace industry because that's the industry that my father was in when he was a machinist.
What made me come to ACC is that they have a great program. Everything's about manufacturing. It's a growing field. It's excellent. I love it. I need a better future for me and my family, and advanced manufacturing is the way to go. This is where everything is going. Well, I'm interning right now, and I plan to stay where I'm at. It's an aerospace company, which I love. What I would like to do is make sure I stay with that company and grow from there and progress.
I came here because a lot of my friends and family told me that it was a really good place to be. They said the machinist program is one of the best in the country. And after I was dislocated, I thought this was the best place for me. After I graduate, I'm looking to get into aerospace. A lot of aerospace places have really good tuition reimbursement. After a couple years in the business, I'm looking to become a mechanical engineer.
Connecticut Community College students can also learn rapid prototyping, an exciting, cutting-edge technology that is gaining popularity in manufacturing today.
It's really an exciting opportunity for young people to get involved in long-term careers in a whole bevy of manufacturing technology areas, including engineering and prototyping. So to parents and educators in particular, I would say look at manufacturing as a real opportunity for young people. It does require higher education, and we will benefit as a community and as a nation if indeed we can find more talented young people to enter the realm of manufacturing as we know it today and as it grows into tomorrow.
As you can see, the example shown on the screen. We are in the process of modeling all that we have built with his Nuntuck's signature manufacturing program in Enfield, and we're bringing that to Tunxis Community College here in the Farmington region. We are currently working with architects who have designed the advanced manufacturing technology lab you saw in the video and on the monitors around the room. Machines will include lathes, Bridgeports, CNC machines, 3D printers, and we're looking at 1 or 2 4-slide machines as well. Additionally, we'll also be installing a full electromechanical, also called mechatronics lab, in our 7,000 square foot bid strip building located behind the 600 building, and that's also on the monitors that you see that says Advanced Manufacturing Technology Center on it. It's actually the building on the main road right down here as you drive by. It's the last structure on our campus, and we're looking forward to turning that into an Advanced Manufacturing Technology Center. As Nuntuck is also involved with the training and education of an additional 1,000 incumbent workers and middle school and high school students ranging from 5th grade to seniors in more than 10 school systems. We currently deploy 3 to 5 instructors daily to these school systems, and we begin in the 5th grade exposing these students to tabletop CNC machines, 3D printers, CAD, CAM, blueprint reading, quality inspection, and more, all delivered with hands-on experiential learning projects. Imagine having advanced manufacturing projects coming home with students from 5th grade through the 9th grade. This will help parents and guidance counselors understand and recognize that manufacturing is not dirty, dark, and dangerous. It is high-tech, it is robotics, it is touch screens, and more. In the 10th grade, after multiple years exposed to these programs, these individuals can then decide to go into our 5th year program where they can earn 30 college credits between the 10th and 12th grades and graduate high school with half an associate degree already in their pocket. They can then come to ACC for another calendar year after high school and earn their associate's degree in advanced technologies, and then transfer through our College of Technology directly to a Central Connecticut State University and pursue a 4-year degree in mechanical engineering or technical education or advanced technologies. As Nuntech is also in partnership with DECD to bus in more than 250 high school students in our College Connections program over the next year, a model that we plan to also look at for Tunxis as we move forward. Again, this is part of a long-term vision we are building here at Tunxis, and it truly fuels my excitement at the number of lives we can impact by giving careers to individuals that will allow them to become self-sustaining, tax-paying citizens. Today, I ask you to share your needs, your thoughts, and more importantly, we welcome your partnership as we embark together on this mission to deliver the graduates for tomorrow's workforce. Shortly, we'll have a breakout session by industry, and we'll have about a dozen questions we would like to ask you to help guide us as we set up these manufacturing programs at Tunxis. Additionally, I also want to know if area manufacturers are interested in offering tours of your modern manufacturing facilities for our students. If you're interested in offering internships and job shadowing opportunities to our students as well. If you or a member of your company is willing to serve on one of our advisory boards that we're putting together to help guide and shape the curriculum to meet the local employer needs. And also any interest in donating equipment or giving any donations to the program, we certainly are willing to accept donations to help our students as well. In short, we must collaborate if we're going to meet the workforce needs of this region and of this state. And I thank all of you for taking the time to join us this morning. And we're going to share some testaments from a couple students. You're also going to hear from a couple individuals. But right now, I am pleased to introduce to you to an individual who has been fully supportive of expanding advanced manufacturing training statewide and a true partner in this mission. Please welcome President of the Connecticut State Colleges and University System, President Mark Ojakian.
Good morning, everybody. It's a pleasure for me to be here today, and I look forward to a very robust conversation between folks at this institution and the employers in the region. You know, I've been president of the system since September of 2015, and since that time, we've seen a tremendous growth in our capacity for manufacturing at our institutions. Before I came to this position, I worked in the governor's office as his chief of staff, and I remember him coming back from a meeting he had up at his Nuntuck when he was first sworn in, saw the great work they were doing in advanced manufacturing, and asked the question, why just in one institution? Now we have 7 that have advanced manufacturing centers throughout the state, and now we have an opportunity to build on that here at Tunxis. You know, President Lombella has done an excellent job managing two community colleges. And when we talked about him taking on this role, what I said to him was, it seems to me that there's really a disconnect at times between the employers in the region and the programs that we're offering on campuses. Let's see if we can improve that and really adapt programs to meet their specific needs. And thus now you'll have advanced manufacturing courses offered and programs offered on this campus. It's a tremendous partnership that needs to continue to exist. Jim and I will go anywhere to meet with employers. We just met with an employer, I don't know if he's here this morning, but from a company in Berlin, Connecticut, to talk about the needs that he has for a skilled workforce and how he cannot find enough workers to fill jobs at his plant. So we will continue to go wherever we need to go to talk to employers to try to be responsive and become the pipeline to the future. I will make one plea here this morning because this doesn't all come for free. And as the legislature is considering a very reduced spending plan for the next fiscal year, I would just ask people who are employers in this region, if you could reach out to your legislator and talk to them about the importance of the community colleges to your company, to talk about the importance of the community colleges in training skilled workers for the future. Because we cannot scale this without additional support. We have some challenges ahead, as many of you may know. We're going to continue to push forward to make sure we can provide the necessary programs and services that our students expect and deserve. We have a great student leader here today that's everywhere I go. I think he's stalking me. Andrew, the head of the SGA. It's students like that we should be proud of and that we should continue to work hard on behalf of. So please reach out to your local elected officials. Please let them know the importance of funding our community college system. I'm not going to take a lot of time because I know you want to hear more from Frank than from me, but I also want to just thank Frank for his great leadership on this issue statewide. He's been a great ally to me, and I have many works of art that his staff and his team have created at his Nuntuck in my office, and I look at them every day. So thank you very much, and enjoy the day.
Thank you, President Ojakian. And those gifts you talk about that students and that our staff make, there are some gifts, some 3D printed business card holders of Tunxis. It's actually of this room. When you look at the model on your way out, please make sure you take one of those parting gifts, and again, made by our students at his Nuntuck. Next up, I want to introduce Frank Looney, literally the individual who brought me on board almost 9 years ago at his Nuntuck from the private sector, but someone who has helped build the entire footprint for advanced manufacturing training. And I also want to acknowledge that this past week he was awarded the Citizen of the Year Award from the Dress to Success National organization for all of his efforts in Springfield and also throughout this region, and the number of lives he's touched in advanced manufacturing and technical fields. So with no further ado, Frank Looney, come on up.
Program, but typically for welfare recipients, homeless people, et cetera, it's part of the whole process. When you get them to a point at which they're more receptive to employment and those kinds of things, it's nice to be able to reach out and find a suitable dress or suit or whatever it might be. And we started a program like that in the 80s when I was in Springfield, Massachusetts, and became very popular in the 90s, and is now in, I think, 52 countries around the world and all over the United States. But the recognition that I received last week, I had been doing these kinds of things in Springfield for almost 40 years. Nobody cared, quite candidly, except the students. My son, who at the time was 33, became the district attorney for Hamden County, the youngest district attorney in the history of Massachusetts. All of a sudden, I'm getting accolades. People want to give me awards, but always with the proviso that my son has to be in the room. So I take it very lightly, this award. But nevertheless, I'm happy to be here this morning. I'm happy to be at Tunxis because I do believe, along with people like Paul Murphy, with whom I've been working for years and years, and Max, who's now the head of ACM, Walter Eels is here. Rich DuPont and Joe DeFeo, among all of the people who are responsible for the training centers in Connecticut. It's been a long journey. And I thank God for President Ojakian and for Jim Lombella, because they really have given me kind of a free rein to go about the state and create havoc wherever I possibly can. Havoc in the name of trying to convince people that manufacturing is higher education, and that community colleges really resonate more effectively and capably and credibly than any other institution when it comes to advanced manufacturing. And I say that from the standpoint that we are a unique institution. We can deal with 5-year-olds. We can deal with 75-year-olds. We can deal with incumbent workers. We can deal with high school kids. We can deal with dislocated workers. We really have an environment that is so conducive to this entire investment we have to make. And when I talk about the investment, it's just not the 200 or 300 or 400 people that are in place at Nuntuck this morning. It's really the incumbent worker who needs to be upgraded on a continuing basis. But more importantly and more emphatically, what I want to talk about today is a program that I've thought about for a long time. We're trying to make it happen here in Connecticut. And it's basically the 5th-year program that Jim talked about, but what we want to do is go back to 2nd grade. And what we want to do is go to Hartford, and we want to go to New Haven, and we want to go to Bridgeport, and we want to go to New Britain. We want to go into the inner city. Kids are being born in the inner city. Kids need assistance, and we talk about reading, writing, and arithmetic. How do we get through to kids? Do we just say they're important? It's not happening. We need to find a means by which we can impact these children at age 6, 7, and 8 so that they can be at grade level. You know, we lose kids chronologically at age 16 very often in our school systems, and they quit school. We lose them mentally very often at age 9 and 10. Because by that time, they're 2 and 3 and 4 years behind grade level. They've lost it. They have no self-image, they have no self-respect, you know, they're treated differently in school, they become frustrated, they become discipline problems. Where do they find solace? Where do they find respect? In the streets? Gangs. We need to change that whole dynamic. We need to give kids, and this is what I did with adults, you know, with the adult population, I had 50,000 of them in my lifetime. Welfare recipients, homeless people, incarcerated, drug addicts, you name it, we had it. What we did is we basically duped them into believing that what we were all about was technology. That was training, it was that machine, it was that nursing program. That was tertiary. That was really almost irrelevant. But it got them to believe that they could do something effective with their lives. It got them to feel as though I can do that. I can develop a self-image. We then, imperceptibly, started to talk about counseling. We started to talk about basic education. And recognizing that if they really wanted this, I had to improve my reading and my writing. I had to improve myself. So as a result of that, we were able to change people's lives, not by just giving them a skill, but by giving them self-respect, self-image, dignity. And I think what we can do with second graders, analogously, is we can begin by giving them these projects. And we're talking about robotics, we're talking about CNC machining, and we're talking about all kinds of things, starting with second graders. And we've investigated this. We know we can develop 40 projects with 30 to 40 hours each that really produce a product at the end of it. And so we want to do these kinds of things starting with second grade through 10th grade. So 9 years, 108 hours a year, 1,000 hours over a period of 9 years. We think in 10th grade these kids can make a smart decision about manufacturing, but more importantly, what we've done is we've kept these kids in school, we've made them recognize the importance of reading, writing, and arithmetic, because with these projects, obviously you have to do some reading, you have to do some measuring, you have to do some math, you have to do some writing. So what we're trying to do at this juncture, and I think President Ojakian was right on the mark, if there's one thing that comes out of this meeting today, among the employers in particular, talk with your legislators. Make them aware of the fact that you have these dire needs. They're not going to go away today or tomorrow. They're going to be here for the next 10 or 15 or 20 years. So if that kid who's now 7 years old, in 10 years, is going to be a kid that you're going to want to employ at some juncture in the process. So we need to look not only at the present, we need to look futuristically. And this is what we're trying to do with the community college program. So please do whatever you can to assist in that process of talking to legislators about funding programs of advanced manufacturing, whether it's for technical high schools, whether it's for community colleges, whether it's for this 5th-year program that we're talking about. But I'm just very, very proud to be here before you today to recognize that we now have 7 institutions in the state of Connecticut that are somewhat immersed or will be fully immersed in advanced manufacturing technology. We recognize our responsibility, and that is to you, the employer, and to the student. And if somehow we can marry the two of you successfully for the long term, that's really what it's all about. So thank you for being here today, and please stay with the process and be patient with us. We're not the smartest people in the world, but we are diligent, we're persevering, and we will work out whatever kinks there are, whatever problems there are. We want to have this relationship with all the employers in the greater Farmington area, Bristol, so give us the opportunity to do so. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Frank. So if you thought I had passion, you see where a lot of it comes from as well. I also think it's very important that we hear directly from students. So we're going to have 3 students tell their story, and we're going to hear directly from them. So our first student up is Millie Ramirez, who completed the Advanced Manufacturing Machining Technology Certificate at Connecticut Community College. Millie, where are you? Here we go. I hear you. Here we go. Come on over.
Hello guys, my name is Millie Ramirez, and I just want to tell you a few things that I like about the program and all the opportunities that I had, and a little bit about myself. So one of the things that I like the most about the program is all the support that I received, all the mentoring. When I first started, I'll be honest, I was a really shy girl. I didn't believe in myself, and I didn't thought I was capable of what I can do right now. And honestly, I always had people on my back telling me how much of a great work I was doing, how I can do more, and they were always trying to push me over the limit. And one of the guys that I have to thank you a lot about that is actually John Birch down there. He was one of the persons who helped me the most through the whole thing. Also, one of the things that you don't get very often is hands-on training. People think it's not much, but actually when you are in the workforce, it's a big deal. If you only read a book, it doesn't really mean that you know how to work on the machine or anything like that. You really have to be exposed to know what you will find out there. And that really helped me a lot. So for example, right now I work for Ojakian Manufacturing over in Cromwell. And if it wasn't for all the training that I got, I wouldn't be who I am today. Today I'm working on 2 of the most high-tech machinery in the whole world, which is the Traumatic 7000, which is a punch and laser combination. Actually, it was the first one in America that came over. The machine is only held in Germany, actually. Also, another thing is, one of my goals is to get an associate degree in engineering. And everyone in Snontuck, everyone in Manchester, everyone here, they have been helping me out to achieve my goal. And not just me, also my siblings and friends. And we are also trying to gather more people from Prince Tech and other high schools around Connecticut. And I'm one of the persons who's helping out on that. And can't really tell much, I just love this place. Can't complain.
Excellent. Thank you. Very much so. Thank you. Thank you, Millie. See how important it is to hear directly from our students. Next up, we have Elena Bolotov, who's pursuing an engineering AS degree here at Tunxis Community College and is graduating in May 2018, so right around the corner. There we go. Come on over.
Hello, everybody. My name is Elena Bolotov. I'm a current student here at Tunxis, and it is an honor to be presenting here today in front of everybody. So I joined originally Tunxis family because it was a more financially sound decision to start educating myself to become an engineer. And I call it a family because Tunxis, in a way, redefined for me the meaning of community in the community college, a community that is collaborative, that is supportive, and that is nurturing new friendships and new relationships. While being a student at Tunxis, I became a part of Med Squared program with Mr. John Birch in charge. Med Squared stands for Mechanical Engineering Technologies and Manufacturing Engineering Technologies, and the program encompassed teaching students a lot of soft skills that are useful in current workforce, as well as hands-on experience with different projects. I'm in my second year in the program, and this year I'm a team leader of modular manufacturing team, where we're working on building a prototype that would combine the benefits of additive and subtractive manufacturing, with a focus of this year on mastering the motor control using different devices. Through Med Squared program, I've learned how I guess how to be a better person, in a way how to be a better listener, a better team player, a better parent, and to get along better with other people, as well as to understand what I want to be in my future career. Through Med Squared program, I also traveled to Paris last year as a part of renewable energy and environmental protection boot camp. It was a pilot program last year that was done with the collaboration with the French Embassy in the United States and designed to nurture the academic relationship between the countries and actually make the education studying abroad accessible to community college students. And this May, we're going again for the Explorers 2018 program, where we're gonna visit some universities and cultural sites as well. I also traveled in October, I also traveled to Washington, D.C. for National Science Foundation Advanced Technological Education Conference, where I have gotten my award for academic excellence. And right now I'm employed at Tom's Corporation that manufactures spinal implants and medical tools. And in a way, it's interesting to see, I'm doing quality control, and it's interesting to see how what I learned through Med Squared project, how it applies in real life, and it's phenomenal how modern technology, the manufacturing, the repeatability, the precision of the builds, and the actual application. I am graduating in May, and I am right now debating between two universities, one in Hartford and one in Oregon State, to pursue my career in engineering with a focus on sustainability and or renewable energy. Thank you.
Thank you, Elena. And last up for students, we have Drew Shaw, who's pursuing engineering science at Tunxis Community College as well, and also graduating in May 2018. Come on up, Drew.
Good morning, everyone. It's an honor to be here. Luckily, it didn't snow today, so that's good. As you may know, my name is Drew Shah, and I'm an engineering science student here at Tunxis Community College, and this is my last semester, so I'm graduating this semester, and then I'll be going to University of Connecticut for a mechanical engineering program. I have been a part of, as Elena said, a Med Squared program where my project or my team's project was prosthetic for kids, and we have a booth out there. Some of individuals have already visited there. Through that program, I learned rapid prototyping, SolidWorks, 3D printing, designing, and how to test and analyze once we have our product, and then go back and forth. I'm currently working at Acme Monaco Corporation in New Britain, so Lucas Carabin and Michelle Kelleher is here from there, so thank you for the internship. I also work at Tunxis Tutoring Center right down the hall. I tutor mathematics and engineering science, so through this both experience, I have learned the two main skills that I have learned is teamwork and communication. Because in real workforce, if you have a project or something that is coming up or that's due, you have to communicate with your team and get it done before the due date. And so that's one of the skills that I have learned. As Elena mentioned, I have also been part of the Paris program last year, and I might be going again this year for France in May. So that's one of the other programs that I'll be considering going again. The program here at Tunxis, the engineering science program, is challenging, and what I mean by challenging is you would have to literally stay up nights like I did last night. But yeah, it's challenging, and one thing I like about it is all the credits that we take here mostly transfer to either Central Connecticut State University for engineering program or University of Connecticut. So that's one of the main things that I like about the program over here, that all the credits transfer. And I believe that's all I have for today. Thank you everyone for your time.
Thank you, nice job. Nice job. I want to again thank Millie, Alana, and Drew, our students. After all, we exist because our students exist. So let's have another round of applause for our student speakers. And we're literally within 4 minutes of schedule, so I'm happy to report. Next, we're going to have our breakout section. Tables over here. We have them broken up by aerospace, spring manufacturing, general manufacturing, engineering, science, and tech. So wherever the best fit is for you, we ask for you to join us at the round tables just for a few minutes to have some conversations, ask these specific questions, see what your specific needs are. This feedback is very important to us. I'll be mingling back and forth and interacting as well. But truly, thank you for being here today, and thank you for being engaged with Tunxis Community College.